Good evening, dear friends. Thank you for joining us this evening for another Gnostic Lab of Practical Application. Tonight, we're going to speak about the faculty of clairvoyance. And for this purpose, we are going to practice with the mantra Is, Is. When Master Samael Aumveor speaks about the superior faculties of the being, he speaks about the faculties of clairvoyance, inspiration, and intuition. But he speaks of clairvoyance in terms of objective imagination. You see, objective imagination and clairvoyance are the same thing. Clairvoyance, imagination, and inspiration. Clairvoyance, inspiration, and intuition. And it's necessary that we awaken our faculty of clairvoyance so we can start seeing things beyond the appearance of the things themselves. Samael says, clairvoyance is very easy to develop. And to do this, he offers us several exercises. One exercise would invite us to use a cup of water. It would be a glass, a transparent glass, half filled with water with a mirror inside the glass. Back in the year in which Master Samael gave this exercise, he encouraged the audience to add a few drops of mercury into the glass itself. Back then, mercury was available relatively easy in two forms. One of them was metallic form. Some people would crack a mercury thermometer and just pour the contents inside the water in the glass. Other people would use organic mercury. As there used to be some over-the-counter first aid medications like mercuriochrome that would contain mercury, and they would pour some of that in the water as well. But knowing that we are bound to the law of accidents and that our indiscretions are responsible for so many misfortunes in our lives, it is not necessary to add that mercury anymore. We can have a transparent glass filled with water, and we can put a small mirror inside of it and just focus our attention right there at around the center of the volume of that water, and focus that attention uninterruptedly for around 10 minutes a day. And if we do this, it's going to help us awaken the faculty of clairvoyance. But Master Samael also shares with us the mantra Is, Is. And he says there is a mantra that we must sing, must chant, and this is the mantra of the Isis mysteries. And the mantra is pronounced Is. Master Samael says, the letter S should be pronounced like a very gentle whistle. And when we intone this mantra as we are chanting it, it will invite the frontal chakra, that chakra, Ajna, that exists right in between our eyebrows, to spin, to rotate. Now, the rotation of the chakra, it will take place in the same direction as when you are standing looking at a clock on the wall. And as you're observing that second hand going around the dial, it is in that very same direction that the chakra is spinning. Samael says, practice this for 10 minutes a day. But he also says, if you practice this for 30 minutes a day, then your progress will happen so much faster. But he says, these are not exercises for the weak of mind. These are exercises that must be practiced for years without skipping a single day of practice. Dedicate the time, make the commitment, and do it. And you can do this during the day You can do this practice during the night. You can do it anytime. Samael says if you happen to be traveling and you have an opportunity to do it in the hotel, do it in the hotel. But do not let a day go by without this practice. Because when you have that level of tenacity, it is then that you will be able to acquire this faculty of clairvoyance. Samael says, as you do this practice, as you're chanting this mantra, as you're looking at that cup of water, after around 15 or 20 days, you will gradually start seeing the colors of the astral light in the water itself. And then, after 3, 4, 5 months, what can happen is that as a car goes by, and the car drives down the road, you notice that there is like a thread of light that is left behind, and you see that around the car as well, with the car moving itself along this band of light. He says, this light is the street itself, and you see this car just traveling through it, moving along that band, that thread of light. If you keep practicing, after some more time around the year, it will no longer be necessary to continue making use of the cup of water. After 3 years, you really do not need to have that cup of water, because you will be able to directly see the astral light. All you would have to do is focus your attention, and you will be able to experience that faculty of clairvoyance. Excuse me a second. Oh, the allergies in Arizona are hard at this time of the year. Sorry about that. Samael says, obviously, when we get to this level of development, you start then seeing the aura of people with tremendous ease. It becomes natural for you to perceive the aura of the people around it. If you, for example, observe and you notice that a person is submerged in a blue aura, that color blue indicates that that person is very spiritual. If you see an aura that is green, very green, well, that is an aura that indicates that that person has trust issues, that is experiencing jealousy, etc. If you see a green that is very bright, that green is indicative of skepticism. If you notice that the aura of a person is kind of grayish, like the color of lead, well, this is indicative of a lot of selfishness. If you see some grayish, not as heavy as that gray typical of lead, well, that is a sign of melancholy, of sadness. If you see the aura of a person and that aura is of the color red, well, this is lust. If you see an aura that is black, that shows hatred. If you see an aura that is yellow, intelligence. Orange means pride. Violet, well, means transcendental music, symphonies. That's what it means. If we bring tenacity into the practice, if we make a real commitment and we practice without faltering, after 3 years, the faculty will be very active. Some people think, wow, 3 years, that seems like a lot. But many of us have been participating of Gnosis for the last 13 or 15 years. And if we had done this practice at the very beginning, maybe it'll be 10, 12 years that we would have already awakened our faculty of clairvoyance. So let's not take that number, that perception of time, as a hindrance. In his works, Master Samael continues to say, so eventually we're going to develop this faculty, and the day is going to come along in which you will start naturally seeing the auras of people, but you will realize that you will have to continue using that organ so that it can continue to function. Because if you don't use the faculty, well, the faculty is going to fade away. So how do you use it? He says, we must close our eyes. And as we close our eyes, we must make an effort to see with that frontal chakra. We must keep our eyes closed, and we must break through that darkness, so to speak, so that we may perceive the astral light, so that we may perceive the auras of people. But there's a word of warning. And Samael states, at the beginning, the beginner making use of the faculty of clairvoyance would be meddling too much. And he would be meddling in other people's businesses. And that is a bad habit that must be abandoned. They will develop the habit, if they do not keep themselves in check, of checking the aura of so-and-so person to see if they are with somebody else, or check the aura of someone else just to see if they're being fair or if they're being tricksters. And this is wrong, because that is not why we develop these faculties. For us to be able to develop these faculties, we must learn to respect others. We must learn to not be meddling in the business, in the private business of anyone else. Because even though you may be able to see the aura of people on a quick glance, naturally and without effort, we must learn to be very discreet. We must learn to keep all these things quiet, in private. We must learn to see the thing and keep silence. This is how we must move on. If we move forward and we harmoniously develop this chakra, we will awaken clairvoyance. And this is why he gives us this mantra, is. Tonight, we are going to relax our body, and we will close our eyes. As we close our eyes, we will make an effort to keep the eyes relaxed. The eyelids relaxed as well. Same thing for all those muscles that exist in our forehead and around our face. And in that state of relaxation, let's be contemplative. As we are in that state, we will chant the mantra, is. And today we will do this practice just for the sake of gaining some momentum and going through the practice itself. But we will encourage you, should you choose to do so, to get yourself a clear glass of water, to fill this glass up with clean water, and to deposit a mirror inside that glass. And as you're doing this, well, dedicate 10 minutes a day and sit before this glass. Look at that mirror, focus your sight on a space right around the center of the volume of the water, and chant the mantra, is. Tonight, as we're chanting, because we all got here and we don't have a glass and water and a mirror that would fit in the glass. Tonight, what we will do is that we will make use of the faculty of objective imagination to chant the mantra and to see the chakra spinning from left to right. Remember, your chakra, if you were to set your right hand on the 12 o'clock in your forehead, it will spin in the same direction as the second hand when you are staring at a clock on the wall. So, from that 12 o'clock in your forehead, you can move forward towards your right shoulder, down towards the bridge of the nose, in the direction of the left shoulder, and then once again up to the top of the head. This is the direction in which our chakras rotate. They do not alternate rotations. It is not one to the right, one to the left, as if we were talking about gears. It is none of that. They rotate in this fashion, all of them. And this is what we're practicing tonight. The mantra is. We have a beautiful audience here with us. So let's go ahead and sit comfortably. And let's start by closing our eyes. Let's set our feet flat on the floor. And let's allow our hands to rest comfortably on our thighs. Let's take a deep breath in 1, 2. 1, 2. This time when you exhale, allow your body just to sink a little deeper onto that chair. 1, 2. As we make ourselves of our physical body, let's bring our attention anywhere where there may be something bringing discomfort to the body itself. Maybe it's the shoes, the belt, the watch, the earrings, maybe it's a ponytail. But whatever that is, let's give ourselves a moment and eliminate that sensorial distraction. We take another deep breath in 1, 2. And we make ourselves aware of our emotional state. Keeping in mind that all our emotions are transitory. They come and go, just like a swing of a pendulum. We take a look at our emotions and whether we feel joyful, indifferent, whether we feel sad, frustrated, uncertain, fearful, perhaps numb. Know that whatever emotion you have been experiencing, that is okay. Because we are given an opportunity to stand at the very center of the circle of Tao. And if you imagine yourself standing at the very center of this circle, in every direction that you look, you will see one emotion. And if you look in the opposite direction, you will see exactly its opposite. For as long as we remain bound to the swing of the pendulum, we will continue to experience moments of happiness and sadness, of tears and laughter, of strong convictions and terrible doubts. So that means that it's better for us to stand at the very center of the circle and be contemplative of the events and the circumstances in our life. knowing this, let's go ahead and sing together the mantra Klim Krishnaya. The mantra Klim Krishnaya materializes around us a flaming star, a star that is powerful, bright with the intensity of 1,000 suns. Master Samael tells us that the columns of tenebrous ones, they flee, they run away whenever this star is present. And this is a mantra that we can chant at any moment where we feel that we need some mental tranquility, any moment where we feel that we need to minimize any external impressions so that we can calm down our senses, our emotions, our mind. This is a mantra that you can sing any moment of danger, as it has the power to influence any enemies. And under that influence, they will simply not see you. You will remain well protected. The mantra is Klim Krishnaya, and if you have not practiced it before, just repeat after us. Krim Krishnaya Govindaya Kopihana Vaya Vaya Swaha. For the sake of practice, let's do that again. Klim Krishnaya Govindaya Kopihana Vaya Vaya Swaha. Let's do it one last time. Klim Krishnaya Govindaya Kopihana Vaya Vaya Swaha. As you sit comfortably on your chair with your eyes closed, use your faculty of objective imagination and look up. And you will see the star shining upon you. Very well. Now that we have done this, that we have focused our attention on the body, that we have focused our attention on our emotion, and we find ourselves here and now in this present moment, all of us together from different parts of the world, united in a single heart as a great family. Let's invoke the presence of our Father by saying, Divine Father, Father of mine, you who are my true being, you who are my eternal God, I beg of you with my heart, my soul, for your powerful assistance, for your contribution. Divine Father, we offer you this vehicle, this personality, so that it is you the one who officiates in this practice. We ask of you for the opportunity to awaken and develop the faculty of clairvoyance. Allow us, Father, to see beyond the appearance of things. And also give us the strength that is necessary to exercise the right discretion, to learn to keep things secret when it is necessary to do so, to be respectful of others, and most of all, to be respectful of ourselves. We beg of you to awaken in us this faculty, to awaken in us the faculties of these powerful magnetic centers in our head. And we ask of this in your holy name. So be it. With that, let's bring the attention of our consciousness to our feet. And we focus that attention on our toes, our heels, our ankles, our shins, our calves, our knees. And just like that, without any effort, we instantaneously experience that softness that comes with a state of relaxation. We bring back that attention to our knees. We bring it to the underside of our legs. And we bring the attention of our consciousness to our hips, our glutes, the base of our spine. And as we do this, we immediately feel how that sensation of relaxation has grown from our knees and spread throughout our thighs, relaxing our thighs, our hips, our creative organs. And we experience this with a great deal of satisfaction. We enjoy of this moment with a great deal of gratitude and gratefulness. And we once again bring the attention of our consciousness to the base of our spine. And from there, we allow it to continue upwards, one vertebra at a time. And we relax our lower abdomen. We feel that relaxation in our lower back. And we feel that sensation of relaxation extending itself throughout our internal organs, our diaphragm, our stomach. We feel the relaxation in our heart and in our lungs. And just like that, our exhalation becomes deeper. The flow of the breath becomes gentler. And we once again bring the attention of our consciousness to the center of our back, that space that exists between our shoulder blades. And from there, we allow it to grow into our shoulders, our neck, our chest, and to cascade from our shoulders to our elbows, from our elbows to our wrists, from our wrists to flood our hands, and to flow out of our fingers. Be certain that you can invoke your innermost at any moment today or during the upcoming days, and ask of your Divine Father to bring back this last state of relaxation. Whether you're in a moment of happiness or going through one of those challenges of life, whether you're trying to meditate, you can always invoke of your Divine Father to bring back this very same state of relaxation. And it will. Let's bring back our attention to the base of our skull, that space behind the head, where the skull stops, the neck starts. And as we bring our attention right there, that space in between our ears, we quickly start feeling that gentle vibration that comes with relaxation as well. So we allow the consciousness to continue expanding. And we relax the muscles of our jaw, our tongue, our lips, the muscles of our face, our eyes, eyelids, the muscles of our forehead. And we slowly start feeling how that sensation of relaxation continues to grow until it finds itself at the very crown of our head. Let's make use of our faculty of objective imagination to see that chakra that exists in between our eyebrows, rotating from left to right as we chant the mantra, Is, Is. As you sing your mantras, don't just sing the mantra from the edge of your throat. Make it a guttural exercise. Allow the chanting to emerge from deep within your solar plexus. Hey. Divine Father, we give you infinite thanks for the help that you give us. We give you infinite thanks for this new opportunity. We beg of you for the strength that is necessary to build tenacity and telema, willpower. May all this manifest and crystallize according to your will. So be it. Very well. So we can once again open our eyes, and that has been our practice for tonight. Just 10 minutes. They go so fast. So dear friends, thank you so much for participating with us this evening. This has been the practice to awaken clairvoyance with the mantra Is, Is. Thank you so much for being here with us. Have a good weekend and may all beings be happy. Have a good night.